Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is a full moon reading for the collective for the full moon in Cancer, December 2020. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I do full moon and new moon readings every month for the collective, which means for everybody. It's not focused on any one particular zodiac sign. All I'm doing is just, I guess, looking at the energy for that time of the month. So this happens to be a full moon, and full moon time is when we purge, we release, we let go of things that aren't working in our life in order to then prepare ourselves for new things to come during the new moon time. The new moon time is a time where we set our intentions, we work on manifestations and things like that to usher in newly needed things and changes perhaps that one may need on their journey. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what this full moon in Cancer, December 2020, is all about. And I think so. I think this is the second full moon in Cancer for this year, actually. So let's see. What does this full moon in Cancer want to share with us? What are the messages for this full moon energy, this full moon in Cancer, December 2020? So maybe it's these two because they're like sticking together. So let's see what we have. Oh, okay, so I had the whole deck upside down. These are not read reversed, by the way. It says, answering the call, the time is now. And it says, joy and delight, open your heart to joy. So whenever I see this card, I think of a portal, right? Us stepping over the threshold of the old into the new. And the time is now. So you have to, with this card, it's kind of like once you get the nudge, once you hear the push to go or the calling to go, if spirit is leading you in a certain direction, you must follow that calling because it comes from your heart. So it does feel like if you walk through that portal, if you leave the past behind, if you go into this new energy and you seek what is calling you, you will. For whatever reason, I'm getting the vibe of fulfill the wishes of your heart, right? If you're opening up your heart, you're being receptive. So the time is now. Basically, there's no time to waste. This is your moment. This is your time to walk into the new and allow your heart to be open to receive. There are good times ahead is also what this is telling me. When you leave this old life behind or this old year behind, maybe a place, there will be other things to come that are going to give you that joy, give you that delight, give you that happiness that you're searching for. So this really does feel like a time of walking into the new, but walking into new things that are going to help you live your best life or make you happy and bring you happiness into your life. And this card is telling me to keep your heart open. Yes, be receptive to receive these things once you walk through that door, once you leave the past behind and say goodbye to it once and for all. Again, this is full moon time. This is a time of purging, letting go, releasing. So this is also telling me that the minute you do walk through that door and that you accept what you truly deserve as far as your happiness, your joy, your delight, whatever that may mean to you. Once you walk through the door and accept that, these things will be given to you. Okay, you will be blessed with these things. So let's take a look to see what the tarot wants to share with us. Let's see about this full moon in Cancer, December 2020. Okay. Wow, so we have the King of Swords. I got the vibe of decisive right away. The first word that came to my mind was decisive. Wow, so there is your joy and delight right there with the Three of Cups. And this is the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot, by the way. This is the Five of Swords. I'm going to grab one more. And the Tower. Yeah, so what this is telling me is that there's a need for decisive energy, I feel, in this full moon. And I kind of want to grab one more. There's a need for decisive energy But this is about you seeking your happiness and walking away with that Five of Swords from anything that would stand in the way of your happiness. Okay, so this is about decisive action towards your happiness, standing in truth with the King of Swords. The minute you walk away from these things and really fight for your happiness over here with the Three of Cups. Now, that fight for happiness can also be a mental state, right? Sometimes we have to shift our focus. It could be a change of mindset, and we fight our own personal battles, right, in order to help change that mindset in the direction of what we feel we want and deserve, rather than focus on negative. But the minute you walk away from these things, places, situations, environments, maybe people, mindsets, you're walking in the direction of your happiness. And then when you do that, you usher in a paradigm shift over here with the Tower. All right, so let's grab one more. Let's see what else we get. And that Tower is technically a release. It is a breakdown to have that much needed breakthrough. And it releases the old paradigms of what we thought was true and real to us when really was just all illusory. All right, what is that? The Nine of Wands. That is basically us trying to release fear. Okay, I'm going to grab one more. And the King of Wands, standing in personal power and courage. All right, so there's a lot going on here, and I feel like I keep wanting to take more, so it is what it is. Okay, Page of Pentacles. We have King of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the King of Wands. We have Page of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Oddly enough, there are 3 cups and there are also 3 court cards. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm getting from this. As I said, there's a need for determination and focus and decisiveness. Okay. And that's coming from the King of Swords energy, who stands in his truth and acts upon those inner truths with conviction. Right? If something is calling you in a certain direction over here with this energy, saying, answering the call, the time is now, right? The minute you decide, so there might be a decision that some of you need to make this full moon in Cancer. There's a decisive energy taking place right now. The minute you decide and you stand in that truth and you stand in that conviction of seeking what makes you happy, all right? Seeking what you feel led to do or called to do. This way, maybe the universe or the divine is guiding you with that inner spark, okay, with the King of Wands. It's like a flame that goes off in your belly, and you feel that, and you can't put the flame out until you act upon it, okay? When you feel that and you move forward in that, right, because it feels right to you, again, King of Swords, it feels right, it feels like truth. You're moving in the direction of your happiness, come hell or high water. Okay, and I say hell or high water because of the Five of Swords, I'm sorry, in this deck. There is high water, right? High tide, I guess you would say. When you take that decisive action, you move in the direction with the Three of Cups of your happiness and what brings you joy. Okay, because that's literally what the Three of Cups is about. You are going to have to defend your stance. Okay, not only to your, not just to others, but maybe even to yourself. All right, this is an energy oftentimes of walking away from things that just aren't going to help you get ahead, in a sense where you feel defeated sometimes, right? Sometimes we have to walk away from those things that knock us down over and over again. That's that Five of Swords. There could be things, people, places, energy that's surrounding us that can make us feel like that can continuously knock us down. The thing is that, are you done being knocked down, right? When you're done being knocked down, you will get back up and you will come back swinging. That's the energy of the Five of Swords. You know, we can let other people knock us down, or we can be the ones to come back swinging. And that's always a choice. I keep wanting to say Five of Wands, so forgive me if I misspoke, but Five of Swords is definitely that energy where we have that choice. And it gets to a point where, you know, you got to decide, are you going to be the one who defeats, or are you going to be the one who gets defeated? But nonetheless, I feel when you stand in that conviction, maybe this full moon, maybe you're setting, your intentions to clear and release. It could be a figurative walking away. But nonetheless, when you choose to stand up for yourself, right? And you make those changes, it does shift something majorly with the Tower. The Tower is that paradigm shift, like I said. It is the breaking down of an old foundation that really wasn't working or suiting your greater good. But once it happens, it is a liberation. There's freedom in this card. We don't always see it that way. But it does release us from the old that's not working, or the old that's defeating us, or making us feel defeated. And when we break, sometimes we initiate the Tower ourselves, and we break that down for ourselves. It's not always divine intervention, or it's not always a sudden impactful event that you're not always prepared for. Sometimes we bring the Tower on for ourselves because it's much needed. But the beautiful thing about the Tower is that once it comes crashing down, you have a clean slate of mind, body, heart, spirit. So some of you are standing in your conviction, walking in the direction of what's making you happy, in order to, with the Tower, build new. Build upon something more solid, something more secure, something more true to you with the King of Swords. You have the Nine of Wands here, which is an indication of, yeah, there's a little bit of a wounded warrior energy here, right? And that would definitely fall in line with the Five of Swords here. You've been through some things. You're going to have the residuals of that shake-up, right? To wake up over here with the Tower. The Nine of Wands is definitely that wounded warrior energy. You've been there, done that. You've been through the battle, but you've also, in essence, kind of won the war because you're still standing and you didn't let this defeat energy over here bring you down. The Nine of Wands is usually depicted with a guy standing, beat up, battered, bruised. He has bandages all over him, but he survived. This is my survivor card. Nonetheless, it's an energy of a little bit of, what next, right? After going through a Tower moment, you're wondering, okay, now what, right? That's that energy. And you're a little on edge because oftentimes change will make you feel on edge. Change will often make you feel on edge. I'm sorry, that's my other phone. I work with one phone and I have my personal phone on the side in case anybody needs me for anything. So what this is telling me is that, yeah, there's this little bit of energy of being on edge, okay? And when something has shifted big time with the Tower or changed dramatically, we can feel a bit on edge. But that comes with the change because change is different. It's new, right? But what I'm feeling from this is that the change that the Tower is bringing, because it is a change card, it's a transitional energy. There's a bunch of them in the tarot. You have the Wheel is one, the Death card is one, the Tower is one, the World. These are all, Judgment as well. These are all change and transitional cards where you're shifting from one aspect of being to another. And with those changes comes a little bit of being on edge. You do feel a little peculiar, when you're shifting into new energy. And that's what this Nine of Wands is giving me, right? But it's also an energy where it's like you don't want to allow the fear and the worry of this new chapter you're entering into to make you doubt your decision. And I say that because I felt that from the King of Swords, like there was something to decide and something to stand in your truth about. So don't doubt your choice to leave something behind or shift something or make some major changes in your life for the better. Don't doubt your decision to do that. Stand in your personal truth and know that the changes that you are making for your own well-being are what is going to, again, bring you joy and delight, make you happy, Open your heart to be receptive to the things that you're walking into, right? It kind of feels like this, maybe some of you brought on the tower energies yourself, right? And you decided to finally walk through that door over here, walk through that portal and say, enough is enough. I'm done with that part of life or living or that way of being. Let me just, you know, just do what I need to do for me and find your own personal happiness, right? But when you do that, you're also shifting things. It kind of feels like putting the ball in your court of your own personal power. Okay, your own personal power. So I really do feel like the King of Wands is standing in personal power. Determined, courageous, right? We do have the lion there, powerful, ready to respond, motivated. So I really do feel like you are motivated, even though it might scare you a little bit with the Nine of Wands, but you're motivated for new and you're ready. And it's like you wouldn't have made that choice, or you wouldn't have been so decisive if you weren't ready. You know, that King of Wands energy is a go-getter. It's a go-get-em energy. And this Page of Pentacles over here is seeking new opportunities and potential. So that Page of Pentacles is saying, yeah, this is a new energy opening up to you. And it's full of things to learn and explore. You know, the pages are that little detective energy. They're explorers. They're students of life. They're always, you know, getting their feet wet. They're always trying to learn the ropes and figure life out, you know, that kind of thing. And they learn and they grow. They're constantly on the move, and they're learning and growing and expanding their horizons. So I do feel new energy really is opening up to you. But it's also because you've decided to take action with the King of Wands, with that decisive, determined energy, not just with the King of Wands, but with the King of Swords, standing in your truth to seek your happiness, no matter who it offends, with the Five of Swords. Right? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do for you, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. Sometimes the Five of Swords energy gives me vibes of, you know, naysayers and people who just, you know, will throw you under the bus or work against you. It's an energy of challenge and strife and instability, you know. So I really do feel like this is you overcoming that and willing to start over, willing to start new, whether that be a mindset or a new way of living or making a change in a different direction even. Exploring with the Page of Pentacles, exploring new horizons, exploring new opportunities. Pages do deliver messages, and they oftentimes with those messages comes opportunity and potential. So you're seeking new things, and those same things that you're seeking are seeking you. And I'm saying that with the Page of Pentacles because the page does oftentimes deliver an opportunity or communicate an opportunity or some major potential. Something new that you can expand upon, something new that's tangible. So you could be receiving news of a new opportunity, maybe career driven, okay? Maybe one that's going to make you more happy. You know, it could be money related with the Page of Pentacles as well. It's earthly energy. But really, this new moon is all about you seeking what's going to make you happy and comfortable and help you to stand in your personal truth. More solid and confident in that than ever. Something needed to shift and change. You either initiated that change or the universe initiated it for you, but nonetheless, it was necessary. Necessary to put you on that path to where your passions with the King of Wands is going to lead you. . So let's take a look. If we can get a few of these cards, maybe 3 at least. Let's see. And be willing to be curious too, right? I'm feeling that from the Page of Pentacles. Be willing to be curious. Keep an open mind as well, as far as the opportunities that may present themselves. Be on the lookout also is what I'm getting, for new things to come, new opportunities and potential to present themselves when needed. You're ready for this. You know, the King of Wands is always ready. He's standing on the ready. He's courageous and confident. Again, you wouldn't have made the choice to leave something behind or to make a major change or shift if you weren't ready for it. You wouldn't have decided so with such conviction, let's say, if you weren't confident in yourself or in what it could possibly mean to you or bring to you. Okay. Let's see, 3 cards. All right, so we have the Hag energy, and that often talks about fears and people that are maybe coming against us, okay? And I can definitely feel that energy from the 5 of Swords over here. You know, it can talk about our fears, our worries. That can definitely line up with the 9 of Wands. But it also talks about people who maybe could try to come against us or have ill intent toward us. Or things that are not good for us in general. Places that are not good for us. Environments that are not good for us. All right. And it does feel like you may be walking away from those things. The Tooth. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely about, you know, the loss of something. We lose teeth, don't we? We lose teeth. And sometimes it's not always fun to lose a tooth. Sometimes it can be painful. So it sometimes talks about a difficult, painful separation of some sort. Okay. But let's see what we get. Okay. And the Poppet. I'm going to grab one more. And the Tree. Okay. So the Hag energy is definitely those fears. It's also things that come against us that we oftentimes, you know, maybe sometimes don't see coming. It could talk about our worst fears, but it could also talk about the things surrounding us that create, I guess, opposition is what I'm getting from that. And the Tooth is definitely that loss of something, a separation. Okay, you get separated from your tooth gets separated from you, it gets lost. So something, you know, maybe something was lost in the sauce, and maybe that's why, you know, you're leaving it. It's like something isn't there anymore. Something that once was, right, isn't anymore. That's a feeling that comes from the Tooth. And maybe that's why, you know, if it doesn't have good vibes anymore, there's a need to separate from it. There's a need to walk away from it with these 2 cards, okay? And then not only that, you get the Poppet energy, which is a feeling of being out of control, right? Where you feel that things aren't within your immediate control, and it can definitely make you feel out of control with this energy, all right? Or you feel like life has control over you. Again, outside forces having control over you or having a say over you, right? There's a feeling of needing to walk away from all of that would make you feel as if you don't have a say in your own way of being, as if everything has control over you, but you don't have control over your own situation. But what this is feeling like is you taking back control, okay? That's why there's that paradigm shift of the Tower and the breaking down of a false foundation. And, you know, that's the illusion. The illusion is that we don't have control, but we always have control. Okay? We are the masters of our own ship. Or the captains of our own ship, right? So this is really feeling like you taking back control. And then this Tree energy talks about you know, your growth, your own personal growth. And, you know, with trees in winter, spring, summer, fall, you know, there's a season for everything. And with seasons come changes, right? So again, this is you outgrowing, right, something definitely outgrowing something with that tree and moving away from it entirely. All right. And the tree is also about stability, but at the same time, it's about flexibility. Why? Because, you know, I live surrounded by trees, right? And I watch them when there's a heavy wind or a storm coming. They can't be rigid, because if they're rigid, if they are rigid, literally they will snap, right? They have to be flexible. They have to bend with the wind, or else they'll break. So the tree is you, right? Being flexible with the changes that you are initiating for yourself, I feel, with the Tower. But also finding your stability because you're making these changes. This is you growing, expanding, leveling up with the tree. The tree is amazing in a sense that there's Mayan lore about the ceiba tree, right? It goes down into the underworld. The roots go down into the underworld. And its trunk is like, you know, the physical plane where we walk. But the leaves and the root or the branches reach to the heavens. So it's literally underworld, earth, and heaven, right? All at the same time. And we can be like that as well, right? We can dig down deep and do our shadow work with our roots, right? In the underworld, while living in the physical plane, okay? Yet we could also access our higher self while being here too, right? So I know that's like a bad explanation of that, but this is you transcending. This is what this is feeling like. It's transcendence, all right? You've been through the underworld and back again, but now you're leveling up. The branches are reaching your higher self now, right? You literally are the tree. This feels like some of you maybe have done some shadow work as well, or are doing shadow work at this time, maybe even during the full moon, to release really a lot of old things. But as you grow like the Page of Pentacles, and as you reach your new heights like the tree, okay, you're accessing new levels of yourself in doing so. So it's like, don't be scared of the dark, because a lot, like I say, a lot of times we can learn from it. Thing is, we don't have to live there. We can make friends with it, but we don't have to live there. Okay. Oh my goodness, I must be a busy girl today. Sorry. I keep it close to me in case my baby girl needs me for anything. So sorry, I'm gonna have to turn it off. Anyhow, the tree energy is this feeling of you leveling up, literally leveling up. You know, you've been through the dark over here where the roots are. Now it's like you're reaching new heights of your own self and your own personal growth. The Page of Pentacles is indeed that growth and that newness, right? After shedding the old, after shedding all this energy over here that feels oppressive, right? You're shedding all of that. But because you're shedding all of that, you're also growing, leveling up, expanding. Okay, so I really do feel like this is a new you in this new moon, right? You're walking through to a new chapter. This energy over here, again, is just emphasizing the fact that this is a new portal you're walking through. This is a new timeline. This is not... It's feeling like the old you, the old versions of you with this full moon perhaps are indeed gone now. Like you've separated yourself from them. You've taken back control, as would the King of Wands, in order to pursue new things, right? With the Page of Pentacles. This is you taking back control with that King of Wands over things that would keep you in a mindset of fear or feeling out of control. And reaching your stability because of that. Like you're taking back control and regaining your stability because you're really leaving the old behind. And you're pursuing what's going to fulfill your heart and make you happy with that Three of Cups. You know, you could be leaving people, places, things, situations that aren't really true to you with that King of Swords energy, or cut out for your highest. This is about you opening up your heart and being receptive to the new things that are ahead of you. There is joy to be found in these changes that maybe some of you are initiating for yourselves. There's something to be happy about on the other side of this shift with that Tower. On the other side of these changes that either you are initiating for yourself or you finally woken up to. You know, maybe the universe has woke you up to something. That Tower energy is a shake up to wake up, okay? It's definitely a shake up to wake up. But it feels like you've woken up and you've heard the call, right? It says answering the call. So you've definitely heard the call. And you're going in the direction of it. Like, there's not another moment to waste. The time is now, right? It's like this feeling of it's either now or never. You got to do this for you now. All right, so let's see. So if you've been contemplating doing something drastic, right, in order to better or improve your situation, this is kind of what this is feeling like. Maybe the time is now. All right, what was that? All right. Successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises, and promotion. So again, if you were some of you were leaving a job that you hated behind, this is saying you're walking in the direction of what you deserve, something else that's going to make you happier or fulfill you or give you a better opportunity. Definitely that can apply there with the successful career energy. Oh, wow. Okay, and these cards aren't red reverse, by the way. It says Tree of Life, true wisdom, and making good choices in life. And then you have the tree. All right, so you have the tree, literally the Tree of Life 2 times. This is about definitely confirmation of you leveling up and making good choices. So if, again, I said that with the King of Swords, if some of you were deciding something and being very determined about something and taking on that decisive energy, you are making the right choice, okay? All right, water energy. It says work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So I think some of you who are leaving a situation behind, maybe toxic or negative with that Five of Swords, something that made you feel out of control or put you in a mindset of fear or lack or loss, like getting rid of all those things is purifying. It is cleansing your space. It's clearing your energy with the Tower as well. Okay. And it's definitely going to purify or heal the situation by leaving it behind because it's not working for you. If it's hurting you, it's not helping you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So there we go. Harmony in the home and great friendships. Yeah. Mystic Star energy. So this is about you finding harmony in your own life, right? Your personal life. But it could also be about you finding harmony with others, right? Because if, let's say with the Three of Cups, you're looking for support and you're not getting it where you are, maybe amongst family or friends, that Five of Swords is definitely you leaving a very unsupportive situation behind and finding your tribe, okay? Finding your tribe. So this could definitely be you leaving, again, people, situations, people who are not in alignment with you in order to seek those who are of like mind and heart, okay? So let's go ahead and roll for some dice. I don't always do this for the full moon, new moon readings, but I will for this one because I feel led to. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I roll a dice for angel numbers. Angel numbers can indeed confirm some things already said in this reading and or provide additional messages that maybe you need personally. All you have to do is Google whatever number you get in this reading. There's different sources online. I don't like to recommend one because it could be one you don't resonate with, and at that point it will lose the magic of what I'm trying to do here. So I always say do your own research. Sometimes the universe will lead you on a journey, right? While you do that research to find other synchronicities that perhaps you need for you and your personal journey. So if I gave you a link and a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. So I wouldn't want that to happen. That's why I'm telling you to do your own research. But let's see what numbers we get for you for this full moon reading. All right, so that is a 2 and a 2. So that's a 4. 411. That is your angel number. I usually stop at a 3-digit because 4-digit and up, they become more harder to figure out, and then you have to break them down and all of that. And we have a visitor. I'm going to show her to you right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's so nosy. She's new. I just adopted her. She lives here in my room until she gets acclimated because I have puppies and I don't want them to fight. So anyway, see how she's so nosy. All right. So wait, are you done? Huh? Are you not done? She wants to say hi. Are you not done? What are you doing? Huh? Look at your pretty eyes. Yeah, you're peeping. Saying hello? Anyhow, so there you go. You just met a friend. So 411 is your angel number. Again, I don't want to roll again because they get harder to find the numbers when you get into the higher digits, okay? So if I get a double digit number by the second roll, I'll usually stop, okay? So this is your full moon reading, guys. If you felt that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I do appreciate hearing from everybody. If you want to support this channel, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Maybe click the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on future content, because I do upload pretty often. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, okay, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy. All the information is in the description box down below. You can visit my shop, see what readings I have available. You could book at any time. I also have handmade crystal jewelry as well that I make with my own 2 hands. Okay, so much love to you wherever you are. Be safe, be well, happy full moon, take care, and always keep shining.